This has got to be the latest start to the video ever. It's 7 PM. So today's video is only going to be going out in an hour. Yeah, what's going on? Well, had a bit of a low day, I guess. Video edited and stuff, and then just sort of, I was on the computer doing some bits. And yeah, just getting a bit depressed about, well, not depressed, but just down and grumpy about sitting around where I am. So I've decided to sack it off and get on the road. I've just gone to the petrol station, put £80 of bloody diesel in, which hurts a lot. Should be alright for a little while. I started trying to figure out where people were and replying to some messages, and I just lost my head and thought, nah, I just need to go. So that's exactly what I'm doing, and I've got no idea where I'm going. It's going to be a surprise for all of us, I think. Yeah, people not using their brains are going to end up blocking me in, which would not be chill. So yeah, we're heading off, that's it. Not quite to, but it always seems to be at night, doesn't it, when I get the urge to bugger off. Both times, like heading off for France and that, I've left in the dark. But unfortunately, no, that's not happening today. Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing, hang on. Just want to think about what I'm doing before I start driving around. Yeah, that's not happening now, but we are going to go on a bit of an adventure. So, let's just go, get on the bloody M1, get away from Leicestershire. I just dipped in Aldi as well to do a little bit more shopping, not by a lot, but just enough to keep us going. Got to hate whenever you start trips like this, bloody, it's always that initial purchase kills you. I just spent £100 in about 20 minutes. Oh god, it stings. Oh well. £100 of fun. Right, let's get to it. Obviously you can't see anything right now, which is fine. Been here before, so better luck tomorrow. Right, first job, most definitely get the burner going because it's bloody cold in here. 10 degrees, can't be having that. Well stocked up on wood. Remember what I was saying about the reverse cameras? It's the same for the CCTV, look. So because they've got rain on them, the infrared reflects back and you can't see anything. So I'm going to have to go out and clean them now. I mean, it's a bit better, but still pretty shit. Not that anything's going to happen. It's just peace of mind, ain't it? And it, you know, if you like hear a noise or something, you're not like, oh shit, trying to look out windows and stuff. That's why I have them. Marie's come up with a new candle flavour, so I get to be the guinea pig. I've seen a few comments rolling in about that tree that come down yesterday, and you're absolutely right. Free firewood. However, Marie has, if you've seen the video, but Marie has like 5 tons of all of this stuff in her garage, and this is like bone dry and burns really easy and hot, so I decided to get a few bags of this instead. I do have some proper logs in here, but obviously I've only got so much room to carry firewood. I know this video is pretty rubbish because, like I say, I didn't turn the camera on all day pretty much, so I'll have a little look through the comments in a minute of the last couple of videos. I know I've been bad at replying, I do apologise. Got my bolognese on the go. I know a lot of people said about getting magnets for the fan on the log burner. The reason why that won't work, which I've proven already, is because with the heat the magnets demagnetise. So I don't know if you saw, I made this little grill thing to go over the front, and it has 4 magnets in the corners. These are neodymium ones, and it worked for a couple of weeks, and the heat's just killed the magnets and now it doesn't even stick on. So yeah, magnets and heat don't really mix. Simon, you called it, I chose to ignore it. Lesson learnt, always listen to Simon. Neil Watkins: hi there brother, I've got a burning question. How can you afford to do this living in the van full time? What work do you do? I'd love to do what you're doing. Well, I have touched on this before, mate. By moving into a van, your means go so far down that you don't really need a lot of money to actually sustain yourself doing this. As long as you've got enough to pay whatever bills you got to pay, which if you stripped away all of my stupid bills, so like internet and the car and like Netflix and that kind of thing, it'd be nothing. Like you could literally get a paper round and pay for this. If you want to go travel, and if you want to drive a lot, if you want to eat nice food, all of that, then it's going to cost you more money. But it really is so cheap to live this lifestyle, says the guy that's just spent £100 today on diesel and food. But you get what I mean. A lot of comments about coronavirus. It's pretty funny. I'm not actually like some crazy paranoid guy shitting myself about this coronavirus thing. Let's just clear that one up, shall we? All I was saying was, in the event of anything like that, it's good to be prepared, you know? It's good to have that comfort knowing that you've got supplies on board and you can hide out for a while, you know? A lot of comments about the ball on the steering wheel, whether they're illegal or not. I don't know. All I know is it's good and I like it. I'm going to take this for a pre-MOT inspection, so they'll do an MOT without actually putting it through an MOT. I'll leave the ball on. If they don't say anything, then there you go, there's your answer. Right, I've got to keep an eye on my spaghetti, because if I burn it I'm going to be pissed off. I have had a few comments over time about selling like clothing kind of thing. Now I do want to do it, it's just a case of sorting it out and doing it right. I think the first thing I'm going to start with will be a hat, because I have been thinking about it and I would like to do it, but I want this kind of hat, and then obviously find a way to put a little logo on it or something, because like this is, you know, this is my hat, this is what I wear it like every day, so it makes sense for this to be the first item. I guess, would I have to buy the hats in first and then send them to somebody that can do a thing? I'm not sure exactly how I'd do it yet. This is my one, if you can see, it's a fire trap. Doesn't really matter, I suppose you can get this in all sorts of brands, but I'd like to have it like a badge like this rather than sort of printed. I think a badge or something would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's something I want to look into. But yeah, if anyone out there knows what route I'd need to take to do that, then give me a shout. Mike Nelson: hi Ash, LPG is definitely the best way to go, but slightly worryingly I have noticed Shell stations have started taking LPG pumps. Yeah, I did see that about Shell taking them, but realistically for the amount that you fill up, it's not that big of an issue. There are still plenty around in the UK. In Europe there's bloody loads of them. I'm glad you all enjoyed the first van tour video. That seems to be going down well. I really enjoyed making that. It's funny because if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know that 2 hours had passed and I had dinner and watched a few episodes of Lost in the middle of that. But oh well. I had quite a few comments about the photography stuff, and there's one there saying coaching on photography. I do want to do a bit more sort of photography related content, as I said before, and that's another reason why I've sort of come out now and put myself out there again. Is I've not really taken a proper photo for ages, and it's a bit depressing really, because I love doing that. Just as a show of hands, if you like, how many of you lot are sort of into photography or wanting to get into photography and would enjoy the photography content if I put more out? Bang it in the comments underneath. Right, I'm going to leave it there because there's no point stringing this video out for no reason. Just thought I'd connect with you a little bit. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be a better, more productive day. Right, I shall see you all in a bit.